Excitement, well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Sweetie! Sunday!
They'll run it here with the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Regular.
Throwing, Mayfield. And some strong running. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, you're running out of me over there. 87. Solid.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Go. Sweetie!
I'm coming after you. Check 26.
Kill. 357.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check out
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Joker. Check.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Wide, get wide. Switch it, come on, switch it.
Lion. Over here.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Wentz. Going for a right side here, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Regular.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
23-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Check 31.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field.
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
We got 3. Hey, 31's the mic. 31's the mic. Coming to you. Check.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's going to move the sticks again here as the tackle's made at the AFC's 23. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Bradley Chubb, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check 4. Deuce.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Come on. 31's the mic. Hey, come on now. 31's the mic. Come on. You better bring it. Hey, watch it.
Looking to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
31 31's the mic.
Oh, you got deep?
31's the mic.
Here we go.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
2nd and 10. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Watch right. Come on, D. Check.
Back to throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And a whistle, and I think we've got some movement up front against the NFC. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And his kick is indeed good. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
AFC first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 24. Run. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. He's checking.
Run.
Switch.
Shift. Sunday.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Run. Hurry.
From the gun, Mayfield. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mayfield now. Able to get this to Gordon. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Check 15, check 15.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Come on, set. Get the flag. Go, Marvin. 31's the mic. 31's the mic. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Shift. Hey, switch gears.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Yo. 31's the mic. Hey, tight. Check. Bang. Check. Crunch. Okay. Chris Bell.
He'll look to throw. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
31's the mic. Watch the safety creep. Check three.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Kill. Come on.
They'll set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the NFC punt team out there now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you run a screen pass, really. Well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
50, 180.
58 right there. Stop your ride.
On first down, here's Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 42.
50, 20. Check 56. I got you, punk.
Now on second and 13. Mayfield, he'll find Metcalf.
Mayfield's pass. It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Right.
On third down, a run from Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one caught by Isabella. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check 24. Check 24.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The numbers for the NFC on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. You got tight. You got tight. You got Hey, Wood. Where's the mic? I got one. 31's the mic.
On play action, no throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check nickel. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
180. Hey, alert 33. 2-jet bomber. Hey, alert 33.
He's coming.
Up.
Check 26.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons, a one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out trying to get back on the field and try and help their team win down the stretch.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
31's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Don't say no. 31's the mic. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Slam.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check it out, Reed.
Ready?
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Switch.
Back to throw now on first down. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The numbers for the NFC on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They run. It's Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Watch out.
Hey, echo.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. 33 yards that time. They come up on a 1st and goal in most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he will score. Touchdown NFC. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, I want to look! I want to look!
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, wahoo!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the AFC has retaken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
There's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 31's the mic. Rebut. 31's the mic.
Back to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They run again with Breida, and this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.